Thank you guys so much. Welcome to the Chris Gethard Show. I'm your host, Chris Gethard. Hello to everybody watching on MNN, everybody watching at thechrisgethardshow.com, and anybody who might be watching in the future if you're not watching live. Hello, welcome. I am so excited tonight. I tell you, I put so much energy into this show, so much thought, and I was sitting around this week. I was like, what should we do? I thought of a call-in topic. Total game changer. Airtight. I'm predicting a 100% success rate. 0% chance that it underwhelms or fails. I'm calling my shot right now. I'm not even going to say what it is for the first few minutes of the show because I want us to all remember what it feels like to live in this world right now. And I'm not overhyping it. 0% chance. When you guys see it, I'm telling you, tonight's show is going to elevate the game. It's going to be a notch above the rest. I just want to get it started. LLC, we should do it. Meet me on the hoops, bringing the energy. As always, we got Chris in the box. We got Chris in the box over here. Everybody's here tonight. Bethany, what's your favorite call-in topic we've ever done?
Oh, gee whiz. I think I really love the genuine sadness.
This one is going to make that one look like pedestrian dog shit. I'm telling you, you're going to be so proud of me.
You know, in that one we talked about like really personal, intimate things.
Yeah.
And
no, I know. And we went places most shows won't go. I'm aware of that. We showed what happens when you're ready to let your guard down and do comedy that's not overly concerned with pleasing you. I get it. This one is, I'm telling you, it's better. Murph, our friend Murph is here. Murph, what's your favorite call-in topic we've ever done?
God, can I say my headshot?
Your headshot. Yeah. Happy Murph Day. And I love that one too, and I love you so much. I'm telling you, no one's even going to remember that after tonight. This is going to completely blank slate after this. Shannon O'Neill, my good friend.
Why am I so much taller than you?
I don't know. I have no idea why.
I look like a monster in the monitor.
I know. I will tell you, monster. It bothers me because I feel like you immediately have authority over. Oh. Hey, why did I stop talking? You did it. I went like, oh, she made me do that. What's your favorite call-in topic we've ever done?
I think it was one where I called in. And
I
was like talking to Bethany. What was that one? It was like I called in and I was like,
I don't know.
That was
like
a sex
200.
phone.
it was sex.
Phone sex. Nice.
Yeah.
Phone
That's
sex
the only
was
one
good.
I
Hannibal was great in that episode. I'm telling you, you're gonna kill it. And I'm making her debut on the show. A person who I've long asked to be on the show. I'm glad it finally worked out. My friend Jo Firestone is here. Jo, how are you?
Good.
Welcome to the stage world of our show. And I'm so happy Jo is here. And I know this is probably going to make you uncomfortable, but I just want to say, if you're a fan of this show and you're a fan of the type of comedy we do, you need to start following everything Jo does instantly. She's doing, I think by far, she's the one. There's like a real, to me, there's like, feels like a real exciting thing in New York where a lot of like unique people and kind of weirdos are starting to try new stuff. And I think Jo is really, I think you've set the bar on that. I'm being genuine. I know you're doing a bit.
Are you calling me a weirdo?
You know you're a weirdo.
I'm not a weirdo. I'm like the most normal person in my family.
But let's talk about the shows you do. Let's talk about the shows you do.
Your dad's like a Rodney Dangerfield impersonator. So yeah, you're the most normal in your family.
I did not mean to offend. You know that. I have so
well,
much
it's
joy
quite an
and love for you.
introduction.
Let's talk about the show. I want to talk about the show. Like, you've done so many cool shows. Shows that, to me, I will say this. I got kind of tired at some point, and then you started doing shows where I was like, oh, I got to step up my game and get back to work. Because these are the new cool shows. Like, Punderdome is your big show, but the one you're doing at Littlefield,
Yes.
you should explain that one to our crowd, because everyone in this room should be going there, and if you're in New York, you need to go to this show.
The one where they beat things?
It's called Beat It,
Okay, yeah, so it's called Beat It. And there's just going to be giant things that are hanging from, it's not really a show, just giant things hanging from the ceiling that you get to come beat.
And when is this?
That's going to be on a Saturday afternoon. Just
If you say the date, they'll come.
November
There
22nd.
you go.
It's free to hit.
Free show. You should.
There's a self-defense class.
There'll be a self-defense
There's
class
a
embedded in the
self-defense
show,
class at the end.
and things hanging from the ceiling. You can just beat the shit out
You
of
can
them.
beat the. Can you say it?
You can say whatever you,
You can
want
beat
here.
the shit out of anything.
Can you give us what's one thing that's going to be hanging that's not like a piñata?
Okay, great. Yeah, so I got this discount teddy bear that's it's like 5 feet tall and it's got I think it's got a bullet hole in it and that's why it's a discount. And so I got to I'm gonna use that.
Great.
It's sad because the bullet hole is like right.
Oh wow.
So someone shot a 5 foot
shot.
stuff bear in the chest.
No, there was a little girl holding it.
Game changer! Game changer. There you go. But I really do sincerely mean it. I'm a very, very big admirer of the stuff Jo does, and I can't stress enough. If you like this show, you will like the stuff she does. It's just a no-brainer. It really is, and that's why I've been so. I would say I hassle you more often, pretty much every week at this
We
point.
started texting. I'd
Yeah.
say it's more of a friendship.
I call it me hassling you. You say we're friends.
And I call
like
it we
that.
friendship.
I like that. That's
Yep.
good. That's nice. So what do we? I don't know. Should we even say this calling topic yet?
I'm so nervous.
Yes.
This guy is not making me uncomfortable, but where he's sitting
So
is making me
close.
uncomfortable.
These two,
Yeah,
this
like
guy,
she's right by your
the
yeah.
masked man and the
Yeah,
cat lady are
yeah.
sitting way closer than people ever sit. But the guy, being that you have a mask on, it is more intimidating.
But
Yeah.
she's wearing a bathing suit, which
No,
makes
That's
me
right.
I thought it was like a
intimidated.
belly dancing.
It's belly
Is it
dancing.
belly
It
dancing?
makes
Swim in
me
that.
feel like
Does anybody have any questions or comments about the world we're living in now? Any questions about the calling topic we're about to do?
I mean, I think stop delaying. Let's hear this thing.
You sure?
Yeah.
You just want to
change
get
the
right
world.
into it? Okay. Okay. Okay, first though, here's this. There's people sitting on the phone lines. Mike T, I'm going to instate a new policy with the show. These people don't know the calling topic. Hang up on everybody. They don't know what it is. How are these calls going to be good? They don't know what it is. No offense to you guys. You got to wait to hear what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, yes.
How can you do it? So you call in after the call topic. If we say what that is before the show from now on, yeah, call in. But none of you people know what we're talking about. So those calls are going to be fucking terrible. Let's not do it. Call back in once you know what it is. Our call-in topic tonight. We've never talked about this.
Oh boy.
oh, jeez.
Hallie, do you feel I want to make you proud? Yeah.
buzzing here.
Jo, that's my wife, by the way.
I know.
Did you know that?
I
Yes.
recognized her from the wife pictures.
The wife picture on
The wife
Facebook.
photo album.
Hallie, you feeling good? Mm-hmm. Okay. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about the birds and the bees.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Have we not talked about this before?
No, not like this. 212.
Real birds, real
757 1393.
Real birds,
Line
real
1,
bees?
Nick from Connecticut. What is your favorite bird or what is your favorite thing about bees? You call in tonight, you tell us your favorite species of bird or your favorite quality of bees. Let's get to work. Game just changed. Murph, things are different. You can feel it. Things are different now.
So are all topics from now on going to be like play on words, puns?
No. Just this one. I was sitting around. I was like thinking, like, what popular topics? What's the type of talk everybody has? Well, you have the birds and the bees talk. What's our version of that? Actual birds, actual bees.
So like next week is the call-in topic going to be like ISIS, but like Ices, but we just say it different?
Oh, like
Ices, like watermelon
you like
Ices.
Slurpees or Italian
yeah,
ice?
so it's like
You
Ices.
yeah, like.
Not the Ices you're thinking of. Ices, like watermelon.
Let's get to work. Let's go. And remember, you're telling us your favorite type of bird or your favorite thing about bees.
Belgium. You gotta go to
I
Belgium
know.
first.
You think, oh, line 3, let's go to, it looks
Yeah.
like, oh, we've talked to this guy before. I think it's
Expensive though, right?
I never say his name right, and it's definitely not spelled right up there. No offense, Mike T.
Guillaume.
Guillaume in Belgium.
Guillaume.
I'm saying your name wrong.
Yes.
Did I say it right?
You don't say my name right. It's Guillaume.
Guillaume. And you have called once or twice
Right.
before, right?
Yes, I have.
Yes.
A couple of months ago.
Great to hear from you again. How are things in Belgium?
Political crisis.
A little bit of a crisis?
Political crisis.
Oh, we're completely ignorant to other countries' politics. We're uncultured people who pay no attention to the world here in America.
Should huge manifestation today. Everybody is on strike.
Oh, wait, there was an Israeli airstrike?
No. The whole country.
What is?
The whole country.
Oh, everyone's on strike.
Game changer!
Okay.
Belgium's been air raided by Israel!
Oh my God, I was about to say, man.
Israeli airstrike in Belgium!
I'll tell you, Guillaume, I would really love to talk about the politics of Belgium. I understand that might be a tense situation. I feel bad. We got to talk about birds and bees, baby.
Yeah, so well, birds in my backyard. What do you want to know about them?
Fuck yes. He's talking birds. Birds. They got a bird song. Okay, you got birds in your backyard. Fill us in on your favorite birds are the birds in your backyard in Belgium. That's a mouthful.
I have a little green wooden house that my parents built for them, and we feed them a little. What do you call them?
Beer, cheese, and we know what you feed them.
Little grains, you know.
Birdseed?
Birdseed.
Well, yeah.
Oatmeal?
Yeah.
Oatmeal? Joe wants to know if it's oatmeal.
The what?
So wait, how many birds come to your birdhouse in your backyard in Belgium?
It's kind of random. So right now it's starting to be, a winter. So I think they're slowly leaving.
Okay, yeah, the birds peace out. Okay. Well, that sounds really cool, man. That's a cool relationship you have with birds. I think you started off this topic great, and I want to congratulate you for breaking the seal on what to me is like to me this is like, I feel like we're Dylan and we just plugged in, man. I feel like we just plugged in at the Newport Folk Festival, man. Things just changed. Bethany, you're looking at me, I would say actually glaring at me. Guillaume, thank you for the call. Bethany, you look so disappointed. You look so disappointed. Now, fill me in here, because you've been with the show. You know this month is 5 years we've been doing this show. 5 years we've been doing this in our fucking lives. And we just hit the pinnacle. We just hit a new pinnacle, so how do you feel?
Great.
You're not impressed. You don't think this is good.
I'm disappointed.
You're disappointed? Murph, are you disappointed?
What I will say is, as soon as you announced this, the first thing I thought, I know you said you told no one from the cast and crew.
Yeah.
But this reeks of Drew Johnston to me.
I knew Drew would like it.
doesn't know.
I knew Drew would
I have
like
a
it.
hard time
Drew, you're
believing.
into it, right?
I love it, but I think I pitched it before and you said no.
Is that true? I can't.
It sounds like something I pitched
It
before.
does sound like something you pitched. I thought of it. I may have just stolen this from Drew.
Drew has pitched this before.
And JD, that's JD saying Drew has pitched this before. Drew, I apologize for stealing your great idea. And I imagine JD is seething with anger that this is what this hour is. JD, true or false?
No, it's fine. It was your choice.
Okay, let's go back to the phones. We want to hear about your favorite type of bird or your favorite thing about bees. Let's go to Nick in Connecticut, line 1. Nick, how are you?
Hi, I'm great.
Nick, you want to talk about birds or bees?
I want to definitely talk about birds, man.
Birds, another one for birds.
No one's going to talk about bees.
You're saying no one's going to talk about bees?
No one's going to talk about
Bees
bees.
are fucking
I
cool.
have so much to say about bees.
Yeah, first bee call. Bethany's on that. Are you allergic to bees?
No, surprisingly.
What?
I know.
You're allergic to literally everything.
I'm not allergic to bees because they dance, and we have that in common.
Hold the fucking phone. What are you talking about? Bees
Bees
dance?
dance.
Bees.
I used to find bees in my house all the time.
Nick, talk to us about this. You used to find bees in your house all the time, killing it.
Yeah, listen to this one.
Yeah.
I used to have about 6 or 7 bees wake me up in the morning all year last year.
6 or 7 bees woke you up every day?
Yeah, it was really bad.
Wait, in what context?
Oh, I would wake up at about 6 in the morning, and a bee would be on my chest.
You gotta get some fucking bug spray, Nick.
You know what? I did get bug spray, but it didn't work.
What happened, Nick?
I got bug spray, but it didn't work.
So you were just besieged. I did not mean that. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Bill. Yes. Don't shout no at me, Emma Novo. Emma, I will not refer to you as daddy. I refuse to. No. I will not refer to Emma as daddy.
Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris.
Emma, what is happening?
Hey, Chris. Hello?
Nick, you said you wanted to talk about birds, but we got sidetracked by bees.
Well, I'm wearing a bird shirt, but I got swarmed with bees.
You're wearing a bird shirt. Talk to us about your bird shirt.
Oh my God, it's this nice turtleneck, but it has cardinals on it.
It has a cardinal on it?
Very cool.
That's cool, man. Anybody have any opinions on this guy's cardinal shirt?
No.
Shannon, you seem mad that this is an hour of your life. You're also sick. You almost didn't come tonight. And then you like gutted it out and came for the good of the show.
Yeah, I came for the
Hey,
good of the
Chris,
show.
can I
I
ask
was
you a
like, what's this
question?
game changer?
Yeah, Nick. You're actually mad. Nick, you have a question? Yeah, I'm open to questions.
Next week, could I sing a song on the show?
I don't know, man. What kind of song we talking?
I don't know. I had a Halloween song for last week, but it didn't match the mood.
Nick, you're gonna have to tell us. You're gonna have to tell us what is this song? Why do you need to sing it so bad?
I don't know. I just wanted to sing a song on the air, but for next week, I'll prep it maybe.
Are you gonna come to the studio, or you want to sing it on the phone?
I could do. I don't know. I mean, that'd be fun.
Why don't you just sing it right now? I don't care.
All right, hold on. Let's see. I think I could get it all set up. Hold on a minute.
Hey, we'll wait. We got nothing to do.
All right. It's about Thanksgiving. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's great.
That's a bird.
All right. Okay. Here we go.
It's about turkeys, bro. It's on point.
Turkeys are a
on
bird.
theme.
They don't fly, but that's still a bird.
Yeah, we should really get into non-flying birds soon.
Yes.
Yeah. Murph,
playing,
you just got
he's
excited.
playing, he's playing.
Oh, Nick, yeah.
He's got someone with him, I think.
Is that good?
It was great. That's great. Nick, if there were words to that song, we did not hear them.
You should record that and then like tweet a link at Gethard and then he'll like
And
tweet
then
it to
I'll-
everyone.
Yeah, will I?
Yeah.
Also, I got a weird feeling. I have no idea why this is coming up out of left field. What if Judd Apatow calls in this week? I'm just putting that out there. What if that happened? That would be weird, right?
He can only talk about birds.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, he's a common man just like everybody else. He can talk about birds and bees like the rest of us. Let's go to Ross in Jersey, line 2. Ross, you talking birds or bees?
Talking birds, baby.
Birds, baby. Birds are popular. What kind of birds we talking here?
American goldfinch.
American goldfinch.
Bird.
Walk us through it. Why'd you pick the American goldfinch?
That's the state bird of New Jersey, man.
State bird in New
I
Jersey.
thought
No,
the
man.
state bird was a mosquito.
What's that?
I thought the state bird of New Jersey.
You thought the state bird of New Jersey was a mosquito?
I did think that. I thought that was a funny state joke.
I think that's probably just a stereotype about how bad New Jersey
But
is.
I really did think that was true. I'm sorry if I offended. I didn't. I really did. It's one of those urban legends, I guess.
No, that's okay. You don't have to feel bad.
No, I don't want to insult you, though. You know what I mean?
No, we're friends.
No, you
I
invited
called you
me
a
on your.
weirdo
You know what I mean?
immediately,
Hey,
and you
listen.
got really sad.
True. Okay, we're even. Okay.
Okay, so talk us through it. Ross, where in Jersey are you from?
Essex County.
Me too.
Yeah, buddy.
What part?
Maplewood.
Someone in the crowd just yelled, yeah, Maplewood. We got a Maplewood resident. We got a Maplewood connection here. So, Ross, you ever encountered an American goldfinch in the wild?
Well, there was a bookstore in Maplewood called the Goldfinch Bookstore. So.
No, that closed.
So the other guy from Maplewood saying that closed.
Mayor
Oh
of
yeah,
Maplewood
that's
is
been
here.
gone. No one reads books anymore.
No one reads books anymore, Ross. That's totally true. Ross, are you fucked up?
I mean, it's dark in my room, but
What? Did you just say it's dark in your house?
Oh, yeah, it was dark in my room.
I like you, Ross. You feel like a guy who lives on the fringe. You feel like a guy who does your own thing, Ross. True or false?
Yeah, you know me.
No, I don't. I absolutely do not. But I like you. Ross, thank you for the call. How we feeling, guys? Murph, you got excited when we talked about non-flying birds.
Yeah, they're creepy. Ostrich, anyone ever go toe-to-toe with an ostrich? We got a hand up.
I'll tell you, I once went to Six Flags Great Adventure, the drive-through safari, and you guys know my brother. Joe, I don't think you do. The three of you guys have met my brother. This is my brother's luck. We were kids. There was an emu, and he had his face up to the window of my dad's van, and the emo ran across the field and started trying to break the glass and get him. Emu, man.
What about puffins?
Puffins. Puffins. Great call. The other end of the flightless bird spectrum.
And I don't know if they'd be considered creepy.
No.
Very cute.
They're not that vicious.
All right.
I don't know what a puffin looks like, but I have an idea in my head.
Do you know the cereal?
The cereal,
Yeah,
that's what I was just
that's
thinking
what
of.
I was
That's
thinking
my
too.
only
It's kind of like a shorter, fatter penguin.
penguin,
Yeah, that's what I was picturing exactly.
We
A
are
lot of
fucking
no
crushing
smoking
this.
signs will say like no puffin. It'll be a puffin.
Oh,
with
that's-
a-
Jamie knows a
That's
puffin
cute.
fact. Jamie, Chris, let's give Jamie the mic behind you. What's the puffin fact?
So I haven't experienced this myself, but apparently puffins taste kind of like portobello mushrooms. Like they got the
Puffins
same
taste like
texture.
puffin!
Yeah.
See,
in
this-
Iceland eat puffins. They got a
This
shit
is
ton
the
of
kind of
puffins.
fucking
Wow. Birds and bees.
sophisticated shit we deal with now here on this show.
It makes me sad.
It makes you sad?
Yeah.
But you went vegan a couple years ago.
No, I'm like vegetarian now.
I had no idea. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel great
Cheese.
about this. I feel like all of you are underwhelmed. I feel like
I'm having a good time though.
you're having a good time.
Yeah, I'm
Murph,
just-
you just seem confused. Bethany, you actually seem a little disappointed in me.
I'm a little disappointed.
Wow. Joe, how are you feeling?
This is the beak of this topic.
You got a little song for that. And speaking of songs, we have a musical guest here tonight. I'm so psyched. I got to tell you, in the past month, no joke, about 5 different people from different walks of my life have said, you got to get these guys on the show. You guys got any shows you want me to plug? Any albums, things coming up?
But new 7-inch coming in March.
New 7-inch coming in March? Oh, rad. This song's off their new 7-inch. You can pick it up in March. So psyched. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get up. Let's go nuts. Let's have fun. Let's dance to Cutters!
The language of discourse, the blood in my teeth. Are we beholden to a history that we're due to repeat? The summit is silent. I speak. Are we beholden to a history that we're due to repeat? Up ahead is the mountain, but I stare at my feet. I feel older than all of the things I could hope to achieve. We'll climb, climb, climb. We won't look back. It's time, time, time. If we're going out, if we're going out, if we're going out, we're going out loud. The rivers run dry, the valleys run deep. But we want the peaks that we were told we would never see. And I met my courage, the faces in front of me. We are the constant reminder that we're all the strength that we need. Now I If we're going out, if we're going out, if we're going out, we're going out loud! Woo! Come on! All my friends are extensions of me. Yeah, clap, come on. Our voices are raw, but we still try to sing. We'll climb, climb, climb. We won't look down. And this time. No, we won't look down. We'll climb, climb, climb. Yeah, we'll climb. Yeah, we'll climb. We won't look down. 'Cause it's time. Yeah, it's time. We're going out loud. Thank you.
Wow. Cutters, Banana Man, what'd you think, man? You would like to hear another song later in the show. Well, you're in luck, my friend. That was fucking rad. Thank you, Cutters, for being here. That was awesome. Remember, tonight we want to hear your opinions on birds and bees. We're crushing this show. Murphy, you got something to say?
I haven't heard a lot about bees.
Almost nothing.
And I just thought that in my 32 years of life, have never been stung by a bee.
You've never been stung by a
Never
bee?
been stung by a bee. I don't know if I'm allergic to bees or not.
I'm allergic.
Hallie is allergic to bees.
I'm proudly allergic.
Proudly allergic. Why
Yeah.
are you proud of being allergic to
I
bees?
think bees should be feared.
You do?
Yeah. It adds an element of fear.
Okay, I think that's very
I
true.
never know when the bees can do me in.
That's true. Good.
Do you have an EpiPen at all times?
Not at all times, but like if I go where I wouldn't be driving distance from a hospital, like if I really am going like on a backpacking trip or something, then I have to bring one with me.
Oh, the bees just heard you. They're gonna get you outside.
Here's the thing, like I've had like the weird reaction. Like I've had like first when I'd get stung when I was a kid, I'd get stung on my finger and my finger would get a little bit bigger. And then I got the weird reaction where it was like I'd get stung on the finger and like my elbow would get big. And then like, you never know which is the one. Like you never know which is the sting that's gonna be like the sting where like your tongue swells up and you're done.
Which is the my girl. That's what you never know which one's
Talking
going to be.
about J. I will also say, this is very good to know. I didn't know any of that. Okay, good to know.
No, I don't think that we're gonna be going on any backpacking trips.
Yeah, but
you
did you
and I.
have an EpiPen in Hawaii the whole time?
We were like always close to it. I'm not gonna argue about this with you in front of all these people.
That's my roommate. Now listen, we got a very special guest with us tonight, returning to the show. Now we've told our friend Sefa he can have a minute of our airtime every single week, and he unfortunately hasn't really been able to make it since that offer was made. He's been sending people to perform on his behalf during his minute, and returning to the show, we had this guy a couple weeks ago, making his second appearance on the show, the Sefa Minute. Charlie Sullivan from Monsters University, welcome back to the show. Sefa's got a minute. Charlie, how are you?
How's it going, Chris? Sefa's probably home making sweet, sweet love to himself. That big old dodo, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he is a big old dodo.
So, I'm on probation from Monsters University, and I've been hanging out with humans a lot, you know.
Oh, wow. I had no idea.
Because, you know, they installed solar panels in Monstropolis, so they don't need the, you know, monsters scaring kids anymore.
Oh, that's so sad. That's like in your culture.
Yeah, and humans are not scared lately from monsters. They're scared of Ebola, fracking, and Taylor Swift taking her album out of Spotify. So how can I scare him, man?
It's true. There's a lot of things that are maybe scarier than monsters these days.
So, you know, I've been hanging out with humans and stuff, but I miss my girlfriend at Monsters University, the head of the Greek chapter. and my friends are like making fun of me. They're saying, you know what, Charlie, you probably have
Okay,
blue
that is a
balls."
minute. That is a minute. Charlie Sullivan, Monsters University, great seeing you again. Thank you for coming to the show. Great job. And we'll see you soon, I hope.
But yeah, I have blue balls because that's how I was born.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Bye.
Sneak that one in the end, Charlie. Great job. All right, let's go back to the phones. Let's go to line 3. Jason in Brooklyn, welcome to the show.
Chris, how's it going? You know what the best bird there is?
What's that?
You know what the best bird there is?
What's the best bird?
Penguin.
Birds. The LLC played you the bird song. What's the best bird there is? Jason in Brooklyn.
The penguin.
The penguin. Talk to us about it. Why are you such a penguin fan?
Penguin fan is not because of soccer or like whatever that thing you ever do in ice is, like ice hockey. It's not because of ice hockey. But
It's not because of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Not because of the Pittsburgh Penguins, okay.
it's just because like I think they can just fucking like take your eyes out, man. Like the king penguins can fucking kill you.
You appreciate the underrated attack qualities of penguins.
Yeah. Also, what also attracts them is like people that think that they can endure really cold weather.
The hubris, they prey upon the hubris of man.
Yeah, because penguins are fucking assholes, man. The old school penguins are about 8 fucking foot tall.
You're saying old school penguins, like prehistoric penguins, were 8 feet tall?
Like,
and they're fucking assholes?
6 or 7-ish American feet.
6 or 7 American feet tall,
Yeah.
intimidating.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah,
dude.
like most men.
Most men between 6 and 7 feet tall.
Yeah, probably intimidating.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I would not. Here's the thing
Yeah,
about
you
it.
would.
What did you say?
Yeah, you would. He said I would not. He said, yeah, you would.
Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm sure, Chris. Yeah, man, you're a good guy.
Why'd you do that? You made me look real dumb.
It was easy. It was too easy.
I don't know. It kind of hurt my feelings, man.
Man,
Hang
you're
up
a good
on him.
guy.
I got the last laugh. I won.
I liked him.
I liked him too. I feel bad I did that. But we had to get out while the get was good. Call back anytime, Jason. Anybody else opinion? Okay, he says
lying.
penguins are deadly. What birds do you think could actually fuck you up?
Crows, because of
Crows.
their intelligence.
Crows.
Penguins are, people think they're smart. They saw the movie, Morgan Freeman, great. But it was more family. They're just like that, you know, like Midwesterners. Very, no offense. Like very nice, but the family unit, and you feel like they're existing like, oh, they love each other and they monogamous relationships. That's not intelligence. Intelligence is the crow. The crow will kill you.
Talk to me, Murph.
The crow will sneak into your bedroom at night. Poe knew.
That's
Ravens,
a raven.
crows,
Blackbirds in
I'm
general.
not the smartest crow.
Okay,
Joe.
well, I have an issue with what Murph said.
Please, we're very happy to
hash
have
it out.
conflict here
Okay,
on
so
the show.
Murph, you're saying that intelligence, there's more value, more intelligent value in knowing how to kill someone rather than true love.
Yeah, I think I measure intelligence on how well you can kill someone. Yeah. And you get away with it, I guess.
I disagree on your terms of intelligence.
So, Joe, you vote for love. You vote for love over cunning deceit.
Yeah, dolphins versus sharks. Dolphins.
I like Joe so much.
Dolphins also kill a lot of people. That's not.
Dolphins
rape.
Dolphins rape and kill.
Joe, you didn't know this? Dolphins will rape a human.
It's like Bill Cosby all over again.
Amazing.
Dolphins rape other dolphins or rape other
People?
sea
They'll
creatures?
rape people.
Fish.
A dolphin will rape a person.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know that it's there successfully, but they will jump up and hump and like start humping.
So do have dogs, though.
Yeah, but dogs aren't
but this is
captains
just
of the
like,
sea.
yeah.
What
You're
is-
just
what's
like
the-
sitting on a dock and a dolphin comes up and just starts
No.
wet humping you.
How does it get it fins?
Just because you're delighted by it at first, you're like, oh, a dolphin! And it like
then the
takes
dick
advantage
shoots
of your
out.
delight. Just like slips that little wet gill inside your puss. Can I tell a sad story?
Oh, see, let's all admit
It's a
though,
love
this show is
story.
starting to really cook, man.
It's a
This
love
show is
story.
starting to cook.
Cook like birds, like
Yeah.
turkey, Thanksgiving.
You fucking nailed it again.
Great.
My college, Millersville University, go nobody, has two swans named Miller and Millersville, and they lived in this pond. And swans are monogamous, so they're like mates for life. That's it. Like you have one mate, and then that's it. So some guy was real fucked up on drugs. Went into the pond, lured one of the swans with an English muffin, cut its head off.
That's called shit. Chris, what do you think?
No more. Yeah. So like that meant like no more like they had to get rid of the other swan because you can't bring another swan in because they mate for life. So they removed that swan and then they had some fucking naming what's it called, contest.
Yeah.
And I think like Mulder and Scully almost won.
That's a bummer.
And I was like,
That's a bummer.
I think they may have stuck with Miller and Seville, but yeah, some dude like it was like real fucked up.
That's dark.
And there was like blood on the little ramp up to the middle like island in the pond. You like saw the blood the next day. It was a crime
That's very
scene.
dark. You know what?
Yeah.
Since we're dwelling on darkness already, there's an old friend of the show. We haven't seen him, I think, in a long time, like maybe close to a year. But it seems like an appropriate time to bring him out. Ladies and gentlemen, he is known for keeping New York safe by sexually satisfying the many beasts that inhabit this city. Welcome back, the Beast Masturbator.
I think he said God is bread, and I swear that's what he was saying.
Welcome back.
Begin a discussion about the midterm elections. Caller. Michael from Georgia.
Oh wait, you're taking calls? Michelle from Georgia. Beast Masturbator has something he'd like to talk to.
Michael from Georgia.
No, it's Michelle. It's Michelle.
I am gender neutral.
Michelle from Georgia, line one, you're
Do
on.
you think Obama will be able to pass his pro-AIDS agenda?
Michelle, no more bird stuck. Beast Masturbator has the floor. You can go to another call if you want, or you can ask again.
You there? What? What do you think about the politics? Politics! Do you think that your rights as a man or woman will be protected?
Okay, Michelle's not down. Let's go to Tom in Denver, line two. Beastmaster, Tom. Maybe Beastmaster. Maybe I'll make sure they're on the line. Tom, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, are you ready to talk to Beastmasturbator?
Very good. Horrible black man accent.
What?
You're clearly doing some sort of prank on us. It's not funny. Hang up on him.
Okay,
Todd from
Beastmasturbator said
Pittsburgh.
something racist, and the minute we hang up, I'm sorry, Tom. Oh, our old friend Todd from Pittsburgh. Todd, are you there?
Yeah, I want to talk to birds and the bees with the beast master.
Let me tell you about the bird that comes bees.
Tell me, whisper it to me.
It's a horrible bird that lives on Roosevelt Island. It's the size of 2 minivans put together. It is a sack filled with bees that I have to suck off every 3 weeks. The bees come inside of me, and then I go to the top of the rock. 30 Rockefeller Plaza. and I spit them up into the sky.
Okay, thank you, Todd. Let's go to line 4. Line 4, Mike in Cleveland. Mike, are you there? Mike, are you there? Mike in Cleveland, line 4, are you there? Line 1, David in Boston, are you there?
Yeah, David in Boston, more like Dave and Buster's.
Is that all you had to say to him, Beastmaster?
Yes.
Okay,
Hey, Beastmaster Vader, I'm a big fan.
Shut your fucking mouth, hang up on him!
Okay, David, Beastmaster Vader says there are literally almost no one left on the line. 212-757-1393 if you want to talk to Beastmaster Vader. Let's go to line 2, Julia in New York. Welcome back, Beastmaster Vader. This girl is a teenager. Please be careful.
Hi.
Hi, Julia. How you been?
I've been good. I've been great.
You ready to talk to Beastmaster Vader?
ASL.
Hell yeah.
Say
Can
it!
you say something?
What?
Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Sign language at home right now.
How old is she?
Julia,
I'm
you're
15.
like... How old?
I'm 15.
15.
We should not be talking.
Should we hang up, Beastmaster Vader?
No,
Cool,
you
man.
talk to her.
Oh, Beastmaster Vader says I should talk to you. Julia, how you been? You want to talk about birds or bees? Beastmaster Vader seems very calm right now, so maybe we can talk about our topic.
All right, I've got a story about bees.
A story about bees.
Bees.
Bees. Okay, the first time we've heard the bees song. Tell us your story about bees. We got Jo
All right.
Firestone here, Beastmaster Vader. Talk quick, because things could pop off.
Okay, so I've always had this deathly fear of insects, which is because of a whole other story. But basically, when I was in, I think it was 3rd grade, my school had
This
this
is
dance
horrible.
recital.
You need to stop. I am in your life right now to tell you these kinds of stories won't cut it in the future.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Cosmic duty to let you know that you must get more interesting.
Beastmaster Vader, I want to reiterate, this is a very nice
Unless in
15-year-old
3rd
girl.
grade, unless in the 3rd grade, you were murdered and brought to life right by Jay Leno.
Hold on, Beastmaster Vader. Julia's getting mad. Julia, if you're coming back at the Beastmaster Vader. You're standing up for yourself. I like that.
I was getting to the bees.
Give it to him. Tell him how you feel.
I'm sorry,
I
I
was getting
prejudged
to the bee
you.
part of the story, dude.
Continue your boring story.
Okay.
I masturbate beasts!
Alright, I'm gonna keep telling my story about bees, dude.
Don't you fucking back down, Julia. I
am
love
not
that.
a dude.
Don't let this bully stop you. We don't fucking
I'm
abide.
a sack of skin.
Talk, Julia. You own it. You can shut him down.
All right.
If you
So
own your
what
story
happened-
hard enough, he'll guarantee it. I guarantee it.
No, I have a
Okay.
microphone.
So what happened was, I was getting ready to perform with the rest of my class because it was a dance recital, and this was an outside
no, it is
playground.
seriously getting
and
good.
I can hear him talking. I don't care.
Yes, I love that, Julia.
All of a sudden, I saw a bee. It was like the biggest bee you've ever seen. And it flew right in front of my face. So I ran away and I went inside and I went to hide in the bathroom.
You're
and
winning.
Finally,
You are winning. He's quiet. He's listening. He's attentive, and he's
I want
into
to
it.
say right now that this is the most interesting story I've ever heard. You have won.
Thank you.
Have you seen the movie Santa Claus? Are you familiar with the plot of the film Santa Claus?
Is that the one where the guy kills Santa and he has to become Santa?
Yes, that's happening with me and you right now. When I die, you take over my job.
You have earned his respect. Julia, it sounds like you earned the respect of the Beastmaster Vader tonight with your call.
Okay.
Cool. Finish strong. What's the end of your story?
Okay, so I run into the bathroom to get away from the bee, and then finally, I'm in there for like half an hour. And then all of a sudden, the teacher comes into the bathroom and says, "Julia, where are you?" And I say, "I'm in here." And he says, "You missed the dance recital because of a bee." Basically, I was so scared that I hid in the bathroom for half an hour, and I missed what was at the time one of the biggest things of my life.
Wow.
I have had a Dracula fuck me in the ass and a Frankenstein fuck my mouth at the same time. And may I remind you and your viewership, I have no genitalia, but I do produce semen.
Juliet, thank you so much
It
for
was
the
more
call.
interesting than that.
Juliet, thank you for the
one.
Beast Masturbator, do you know our guest Jo Firestone? She puts on some of the best shows in New York City.
Yes,
the
I
most
am
interesting
roommates
stuff.
with her dad.
Joe, did you know that?
I didn't know that.
We live in a one-bedroom in Bushwick. We're both in 101.
Good. Cool UCB reference. Cool UCB reference. Beast Masturbator, this is by far the longest you've ever stayed on the show.
Yes. And I would like to take this opportunity right now to announce my candidacy for the 2016 presidential election. Under the party of the Army of the Pigs.
Is that it?
I don't have any internet access, nor am I able to be near a computer without it turning off due to electromagnetic fields. So I will need someone else to do all the social media groundwork for me. Because even if I had access to that, it seems like a little bit of a waste of time.
Okay. Well, anything else you wanted to talk about while you're here? You've been on for close to 7 full minutes.
We didn't talk much. Do you want me to stick around or take off?
You can hang out, yeah. I would
Okay.
love that. Is that okay with all you guys?
Please.
Yeah.
Great, okay.
No. I want you to have all seats.
Did you see our musical act before? We're about to bring them back.
Sure. Let's go to the band.
They're called Cutters. You should intro. Let's give them a real Beast Masturbator intro. Cutters. They were fucking awesome a minute ago. I think people are about to flip out.
Wake up your parents right now. Wake them up. Wake up your mommy and daddy. Wake them up holding a knife. Holding a knife, wake them up. Say, please, please, I love you so much. Is this knife clean? And then make them watch the Cutters.
Hey, y'all. We got it talking. I think you're running out of time. Don't roll your eyes. Your claws are just as big as mine. Yeah, I know you wanna get to LA pretty bad, but don't lose sight.
for cutters. All right, Joe, how have you enjoyed your first experience here on the Gethard Show?
It's so fun. It's such a fun thing.
Oh, that's good.
It's so fun.
I hope you'll join us more often.
I hope so. I mean, this is a cool late night thing.
Hey, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, let's take a couple more calls. Let's go to Abby in Indianapolis, line 3. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. You talking birds or bees?
Bees today.
Bees. Okay.
So the coolest thing about bees is that male honeybees are called drones,
Yeah.
and they don't have a stinger, they don't get honey. Their only job in life is to have sex with the lady bees.
Wow. Crazy.
And then, so they have their heyday in the spring and the summer, fucking all over the place. And then winter comes, and they kick them out of the hive, and they die in the cold.
Yeah. Ladies cheering.
Women. Yes. Oh, women.
Filled with cum. Dead bodies 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 filled with
That's a much better hashtag.
Yes. That was a great call. Thank you so much, Abby. Let's go to line 4. TJ in Florida. How are you?
Oh, hi.
You're on the show.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
You want to talk about birds or bees?
Can I talk about birds?
You can talk about whatever you want.
Okay, I really like emus,
up, I didn't have
but
my
I
things
kind
in
of
my
had two very short bird-themed stories, I guess.
Yeah, tell us your bird story.
So, in like my backyard, my neighbors adjacent to me have a very large tree, and they have a pet bird, and I'm not entirely sure what type of bird this is, but all I know is that it speaks. I have a very elderly pug named Frodo, and I believe that this bird has heard me yelling at my dog because now every once in a while, the bird will yell my dog's name, which is Frodo.
You got a bird that yells your dog's name. That's
Yes.
great. And TJ, you sounded a little nervous at the top of your call, but you fucking nailed it. You nailed it. That was a great story.
Thank you.
Birds will yell your dog's name. Bees can't do that.
This guy right here.
And then, I do like graphic design, kind of, like in my free time. And one of my friends, Hannah, who actually is listening right now and has called you once and you yelled at her and hung up on her.
I yelled at your friend and hung up on her?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Have you
Beast Masturbator has handed...
You're like my raspberry beret.
Shannon, you yelled at this guy a couple weeks ago, and now Beast Masturbator just handed him a microphone.
I'm middle-class white prince, and baby, wherever you live, I just want to love you. My moderate means.
This is legit. We do not know this man very well. He's been coming for like 2 months, 6 weeks.
He kind of upsets my stomach.
Yeah, Shannon, you get under Shannon's skin.
Yeah.
I like that.
He likes that. He's into that.
Yeah.
I think this might be Beastmaster's child.
No.
Oh my goodness.
I'm middle-class white prince. I'm in this universe because there has to be an antithesis to rich black prince.
Okay. Let's take that back.
Oh man, this show had me won over until that happened.
It felt weird, but that's
Felt
okay.
weird.
You gotta try.
Can I make a request?
Of course.
I think people should be talking about eggs.
Well, we got about 3 minutes left. Let's set the tone, Joe. What about eggs?
I want to hear about people talking about eggs, where they come from, what's happening.
Okay, change the game plan. We're gonna go to Dylan in Arizona. We're only talking about eggs for the end of the show. Let's do it. What do you have to say about eggs?
Well, eggs, in Australia, there's something known as...
Joe says you gotta go. Jo Firestone just went from really nice to cutthroat. Sorry, Dylan. Kyle in California, what do you have to say about eggs? Short leash. Jo Firestone might cut you off.
Eggs are fucking delicious.
Cut him.
Cut him. Don Kenny in Jersey, line 3. What do you have to say about eggs?
I really like omelets. They're great with ketchup.
Get him out of here.
Out of here. I think Joe's just really enjoying the idea of a phone system that she can control. We're out of callers. We have run out between the Beast Masturbator and Joe, just axing callers.
Does anyone raise their hand?
A beef fact? Okay, yeah, we got a beef fact. Sure.
bees.
It kind of relates to their eggs. I don't know if it's eggs or more of a larva situation, but bees can decide if they're going to have boy or girl children. Like they can decide if it's going to be male or female.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's how the males don't die out when they kick them
Why
all
is
out
that?
of the hive every winter.
We have an actual entomologist behind us? Then that's what Goosey said.
Let's pass it.
Okay, we know why. Let's get the microphone back to this other. We're just handing mics to anyone.
So there's a queen bee,
Uh-huh.
and they're all male bees.
Yeah.
And if the queen bee is about to die, it will choose a male to mate, and because of the male and like the female, the bee, like only male bees have an X chromosome. They only have one chromosome. They don't have an XY or XX to define if it's male or female.
Okay.
So if a female wants to have a female to restart a new hive, it'll mate with a male.
Fuck yeah. Let's go to the phones.
That didn't explain it to me, though.
I get it. Joe, let's go back to the phones. Let's just go back to the phones. We got a minute
I'm
left.
worried if you get it then.
No, line 2, Max in Indiana. What do you have to say about eggs?
Well, I have chickens in my backyard, so I get plenty of eggs, Mom.
Joe?
Actually,
Joe's still listening.
And I also have a beehive in my backyard.
Cut him. You're out. Let's go to Lily, line 3. Lily in New York. What do you have to say about eggs?
Eggs are good. Have you ever seen an X-ray of what is it called? A kiwi? Ever seen an X-ray of a kiwi?
I don't know. Cut that. Way too confusing. Line 4, Taylor in Minnesota. What do you have to say about eggs?
I'm just here for Daddy Noble.
Daddy Noble.
No, this will not be a thing. We cannot start referring to Emma as Daddy. Okay, well, I want to thank Cutters, and I want to thank Beast Masturbator and Jo Firestone and all our friends, and I guess Daddy Noble. I'll thank you too. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back next week. I think we nailed it. Are you happy you came? Really? Even though you're sick? That's good. I was scared.